Hey everyone, welcome. Just want to do a quick little, video on this. Wondering about my decisions as announced on Saturday night, Sunday morning, I suppose, when you saw the video. The video went live Sunday morning, didn't it? How wise that decision was. At the show, there was, apart from the Hornby stand and Cheltenham models, there was no. Oh, sorry, so the Hornby stand, the Hornby magazine stand as well. That bit. Really, actually, it was only the Hornby magazine and Cheltenham models actually had TT120 for sale. I found that quite a blow. For a scale in its second year, I did expect to see a little bit more. There were some buildings as well at another stand, which I saw right at the end after I'd made a couple of purchases. But it was sort of like rushing around looking for these Pico. I wanted that Cadbury Bonneville wagon. Rushing around looking for the Pico wagons for sale. Could not find them anywhere. And I actually said to the two people I was with, like, have I made the right choice here? And this is ridiculous. However, okay, long story short, let's just quickly. I did get this. This is one of the Hornby wagons, the George and Matthews of Wolverhampton. I have had this or got this in 00 somewhere. I'm pretty sure I've got it in 00 still somewhere. This is TT6001, 7-plank wagon, George Matthews, number 5, era 2 apparently, which would make it pre-grouping. I'm still sure that the LMS Duchess is coming slightly earlier now. I'm sure it was meant for summer. But yeah, okay, I can get an 8-coach train where I'm getting a 2-coach train at the minute, or 3-coach really. You can run a 3-coach behind a locomotive, just that you won't be able to run anything else into the layout. And a 00. But a lot of the, again, totally get it, it's a young scale. Please take that as written, everything I'm saying here. It's a young scale, it's only 2 years old. But then the amount of miniature building kits, miniature building, the laser cut MDF, that's it, that's what I wanted. Kit companies who, not looking at TT, never say never, most of them said, but one of them was pointing out they literally just got into Engage, and that's taken so long to do, because it's not just a simple case of resizing everything, and it's like, okay, I get that. There is a big drought still of, and I'm not looking, yes, okay, we know the situation with the rolling stock, locos and carriages and that sort of thing. I was super surprised not to see the Pico wagons for sale, but I would have hoped there might have been a bit more in the way of buildings. Because I appreciate, like in the 3D printed loco body world, it's not a simple case of just scaling it down, because you've got to make sure it fits motor mounts, chassis, that sort of things. I don't quite understand why buildings can be shrunk down. I'm sure there's a very valid reason for it. I will be asking the sage of all knowledge later on in this department. Someone has a bit more experience with it than me, Oak Hill. I'll be talking to him later on and I'll ask then. Have I got it completely wrong there? But yes, it is very interesting. And it's very interesting actually the way that TT has been treated by some of these places. And I say that like that because yes, it's a new scale here, and yes, it's a risk producing for a scale that is so new and you're not sure it's going to take off properly still. I mean, I'd sort of counter argue with the amount of train sets that seem to be sold for it, as we keep seeing. I know every time I've looked, certainly the Easterner and the Pullman one, I don't know what it's called. It's got Blink Bonnie in it, hasn't it? The A3 or A1 in there. Has nearly always been out of stock every time I've looked around. So that surely says something. But anyway, is the reason I'm sort of surprised is it is popular on the continent, incredibly popular on the continent. Actually, something I'm surprised at is it's not a scale that I'm aware it's available in Japan, because it seems to be you can get HO models in Japan, and obviously the N-Gage is the biggest, most popular one. It does surprise me slightly that TT120 sort of scale hasn't taken off there a little bit, because it sits between the two nicely. You know, it just obviously Japanese N-Gage isn't true scale as per, you know, it's like British N-Gage, but that's because it's representing a narrow gauge train on N-Gage track. 1/150th scale. So, but you still got 30 between that and TT120. So yes, that interests me a little bit, because I think I could see that working quite well. I was picturing some TT120 D51s and thinking, yep, I could got quite good. So yes, I'm just questioning my life choices at the minute with this. It was interesting actually. I spoke to the O-Gauge Society representative there, one of the representatives there, who very kindly let me hold one of his Manor and Small Prairie, things I don't think I'll ever get to own at this point in time. And I was saying all I can get in here is an Inglenook, but there is the prospect of a space the size of a garage, because it is a garage once it's been insulated and everything. And he said, well, there you are then, you can do X, Y and Z in there, and that's plenty of room. And I said, well, I'd already be able to get in here as an Inglenook. So I had looked at it, I've just pulled the trigger on trying to start TT120, and his next words were, I'd cancel it, I'd cancel your order. And it's just a bit like, Now, because of when the LMS Dutch is coming out, I have changed my plan there. I've asked Braille to cancel the LMS one, and I did put through the order for the BR one. As it currently stands, I'm currently thinking about ringing them up and just getting to wipe my entire slate clean, apart from locomotion number 1, which I'm keeping regardless of what gauge I do elsewhere, because that thing is absolutely spot on. That is so spot on, it hurts. But yeah, so we'll see. But anyway, I'm very impressed with this little wagon though. It's very nice, free running. Detail under the frames is interesting, so you're not going to see it when it's running, but it's there, very nicely done. But hey, if nothing else, I've brought something in this scale, you know. I won't be going anywhere. I'll keep that. I'll just probably cut a piece of this track and have it as a, yeah, put it on a little bit of board or something and have it scenic with as a display item. No harm done. But yes, anyway, I'll go away and question my life choices, and I'll keep you folks up to date, or keep myself up to date. Obviously, this sort of video is part of me blogging my hobbies. So this is where the channel's a bit selfish, a bit self-indulgent, but it's important for me to be able to go back and see my own thought processes in things and where I was at particular times. And you know, let's just say, for argument, fast forward to the end of the year, and it's one of my favourite times, Christmas morning. I love to play with the layout of Christmas morning. Just before, you know, go and get your hot chocolate, before everyone else is awake, and you're just pottering about by myself, get your mug of hot chocolate, just play with some trains. I was able to do it this year. Well, sorry, last year. I'd like to do it this year, and it might be a TT120 night, and I'll look back at this thing and go, what was I worried about? Or we could have an O-Gauge sat here, or we could have the 00 sat here, you know, because yes, okay, I swapped it to the BR one, which is due to something like Duchess of Montrose, I think it is. I've now gone pre-order with 2 coaches. But yeah, it's nice. It's nice to get a Duchess still. It's nice to have it in a period of time when I can plan to have the money there. But at the same time, it is a case of there is a little bit of same engines, but in green as opposed to in that original MS Crimson. So there's a difference there. But yeah, if it bothered me too much, I wouldn't have done it, as it were. But the 50s is sort of alright otherwise, because it's still essentially the 30s, 40s with the rationing still in effect, and that sort of thing. You know, it's things haven't really changed too much. Well, early 50s rationing still there, wasn't it? But anyway, I'll probably do an update video at some point, maybe even later, because it's pay night tonight. Payday tomorrow technically, but it goes in about 12 to 1 AM. So I stay up and do my boring payments. I could have them do it, but I like to be able to do it manually. I know it's been done then. So while I'm waiting for that, I might just, if I've talked it through with Gary, and I might do an update. Alright, anyway, take care, stay safe and be well, and I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.